Chapter 17. Cameron. "You've just ruined his whole day, you know," said my nurse. "How's that? He thinks he's the smartest person in this hospital. If he can't understand something, he will not stop thinking about it until he does." Well, it's easy enough to understand. He just has to accept the reality of what happened. Frustration arises when reality does not mesh with expectations. It's easier to change expectations than reality. "Yes, it is." She walked over and leaned on my bedside table. "You know, all the nurses are so happy with how well you've recovered. We know you're one of the good ones, and we were heartbroken when we heard the news someone attacked you. It's great to see you rebounding." She glanced sideways, probably checking to make sure no one else was close enough to hear. "Plus, it reassures me that God is real and prayers can be answered. There's going to be a lot of people who don't want to accept that truth. They won't want confirmation that there may actually be eternal consequences for their actions. I think life is going to get a bit weird for you moving forward." I looked at her and nodded. "I think you're right. Plus, there's another thing that may complicate things, but I'm not sure about that yet." "What is it?" she asked. "Something else happened while I was dead." I laughed at the absurdity of that comment. I know that sounds strange, but it did. I need to do some thinking about it before I share that part. "I understand. My shift is over soon. But my relief should get you discharged once the paperwork comes through." She stood up and walked toward the door, pausing at the threshold. "Oh, and I wanted to say thank you." "Thank me? What did I do?" "For what?" "For removing all of my doubt. I'm afraid I've not always been the best Christian. I've struggled with doubt from time to time." "That doesn't make you a bad Christian. It makes you human. Still, you convinced me once and for all." She's giving me too much credit. All I did was not pay enough attention and got stabbed. God did the rest. I didn't do anything. Well then, God did, through you. I hope I'm used for something so amazing one day. She turned and left me alone to ponder her words. I laid back in bed and closed my eyes. Addison. I watched him through my nearly closed eyelids for a few minutes, until his breathing changed to a shallow, regular rhythm. I waited a few more minutes for good measure, and then swung my feet to the floor and stretched my arms out wide. "Another thing? What else are you keeping from me, Cameron?" My son arrived just after 9. Marshall and his mother stood in the hallway but kept their distance. I waved and folded my hands together to thank her for keeping Aaron at the last moment and bringing him here to the hospital. She nodded and then put her arm around her son and escorted him back down the hallway. Aaron rushed into the room and wrapped his dad in a hug. I called out a moment too late. "Be careful. He has several fresh incisions." "It's okay, dear. He's not hurting me." "I missed you, Aaron." "Did you have fun at Marshall's house?" "No, I couldn't sleep at all. I just wanted to be here with you two." My poor, sweet son, on the verge of being a teenager, but still had enough child in him to be adorable. I walked over and joined my men in a group hug. My family was together again, at least as much as it could be. Yesterday I would have traded anything for this moment. Made a deal with any deity that would care to listen. Now my heart is full. "Dad, you're okay?" asked Aaron tentatively. "They said you were stabbed in the neck and may not make it." Cam smiled down at his son. "Yes, I'm okay. It's true I nearly died. But your prayers worked, and here I am. Actually, I feel great, and am ready to go home now. Who wants to get out of here?" At that moment, his nurse entered the room with a stack of papers. "Your discharge order just came through. I'll go over the instructions with you and pull your IV. I have to admit I'm still shocked that you're going home so soon. Are you going to take some time off?" she asked. "Probably a few days, but I'd like to get back to work as soon as possible. I'm planning to head through the ER on my way out to say hi to everyone." I collected my things and stuffed them into my suitcase. I usually overpack for trips, and this one was no different. The sound of a wheelchair in the hallway grabbed my attention. I looked up and saw Cam's dad pushing his mother in her wheelchair. I groaned inside. Not that I didn't want to see them. They were wonderful people. It's just going to prolong our stay here while they ask him a million questions. Cam saw them before Aaron. Mom? Dad, what are you doing here?
Our son was attacked, and you don't think we'd come to check on him? What's all this? Where are you going?
Asked his father, looking at the nurse who'd just removed his IV. I'm going home, Dad. They cleared me to get out of here. You're just in time to walk out with me. His dad was not one to mince words or overly complicate things.
Very well. We'll go grab an elevator. They take forever here. Meet back at your place.
I reached out and hugged my in-laws. That sounds wonderful. Thank you again for coming. Sorry you had to come all this way just to see him leave. His mother developed a severe case of rheumatoid arthritis several years ago and has declined rapidly over the last few months. The medication slowed it down briefly, but now they didn't seem to work. Her hands resembled claws more than the dainty fingers of a concert pianist. She had not been able to play in years, though her husband kept it dusted and in tune just in case she wanted to try. It must have taken his dad close to an hour to get her ready to come out here, but he didn't complain. He never does. Cam's nurse waved goodbye with her left hand while tapping her phone screen with her right.